Thanks, Jordan. I tell you what, man, is it just a guy thing, or I get excited when I look at those grills?
I do too. Sort of like the remote control, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And you can check out those great grills at ApprovedHomePros.com as well. We have Jeff in from Best Rate Termite and Pest Control. How are you?
Very good.
All right, company that is, by the way. Now listen, for folks that don't know, what do you do?
So Best Rate specializes in wood damage repairs. So over the years, we've become a niche company that works on people's decks, patios, eaves, and now we treat their termites.
And we learned a lot, actually, when we had Jeff on the radio as well last week.
Yes, we did. And I met Jeff when we were selling our house, our last house, my wife and I, and a company that has a jingle sold me a bill of goods on repair work. Jeff came in and saved me a ton of money and did the job right. Now, this last week, my friend called me and said he had problems with his deck and he wanted me to take a look at it. So I went out there, and it's an open deck off the back of the house, and there's all kinds of wood damage and galleries. You know what a gallery is?
I was just going to say, when we were prepping for this, I heard the word gallery. What is that?
It's a termite channel, right?
So you can see the galleries on the end and the big old hole in here at the top of the board.
Right.
Those are galleries that the termites have eaten out of the wood.
So my friend called up Jeff. He's going out there next week to check it out, and we kind of want to walk through what to look for, what you're going to look for, what you're going to do to correct the situation.
So we usually start with let the owner tell us what they see so that we can kind of get a vision and understand what their concerns are. And then we'll start over and look at everything in the deck from top to bottom, look at the framing underneath. A lot of times they won't even look at that. They'll just assume it's good and be focused on the handrail because it moves or something.
Now, I know we're going to get more into this here in just a second, but how much does an inspection cost for you to come out?
Zero.
That's right, absolutely free. And I want you to pick up the phone. You can get 10% off up to $500 with Best Rate Repair Company. And the number is 619-407-9097. We'll give you that number again in a minute, but I just wanted to make sure folks knew that you'd come out and do that free inspection.
Absolutely.
Right, so what I saw over at my friend's place is it's a Trex composite deck on top, but it's open through, and the water's running through the deck planks, and the joist, which is the support system, is dry rotted. There's cracks. There's the galleries of termites that are just feasting on this wood. And now he needs your help to go out there and do the repairs and make sure that there isn't an ongoing termite problem too.
Correct. So one of the things we look at is it structurally sound underneath? Has the subframing been built heavy enough to support the load of all the people, the barbecues, the things that you put on top of your deck?
And that's exactly what it's used for.
Yeah.
We got to talk about this. There's a bunch of nails here with
It looks like a
putty?
porcupine.
Yeah, it kind of does, like a steel porcupine. What is this, Jeff?
This is incredible. I still can't believe we found this. So we had a big job in Point Loma, second-story balcony overhanging the canyon. And the homeowners noticed their deck boards were rotted. So we started taking it apart, and this was embedded in one of the structural joists supporting the deck. It's nails and fix-all that has been filled within the joist, trying to make it look good. Somebody did this a few years back.
I have to ask really quickly, and we're going to get to that fan question here in just a second, but I know it looks bad like this, but if this is all covered and looks like a piece of wood like this, why is this bad?
Well, there's no structural value to it.
And this was a
those are good
member.
nails, but but they're not nailed into the wood.
In other words, it'll just crumble and fall apart. That's
Absolutely,
what happened here.
yeah.
Okay. All right, we have a fan question for you, Jeff. We had termites, and I think our fascia board is damaged. Is there likely even more hidden damage I can't see?
Sometimes there is. Sometimes it's just a simple termites got into the end of the board, or a little bit of dry rot in the end of the board, and that's all there is.
Well, and that's this example where on the top it looks perfectly okay, but this is something that you would find when you were doing the inspection, right?
Yeah, so everybody sees, looking up at their eaves, they're looking up and they see the nice painted roof sheath in there. But when you take it apart, you start seeing there's termite galleries, there's dry rot, and those are the things that you're going to tell when you do a good quality termite inspection.
All right, and that's what they do with Best Rate Repair Company. Jeff Mudd, thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Clint.
Real quick again, 10% off up to $500. I want you to pick up the phone and call them now for that free inspection. 619-407-9097. That's 619-407-9097. They'll look at dry rot, termite.